Hi, my name is John. You're watching the Reliance, and today we're checking out something new from Reliance Outfitters. Now let's stick a knife in there, see what's going on in there when you turn it. We've got the ALFA1 GI water filter canteen. Here you've got your everyday GI issue canteen, and here's the Reliance Outfitters ALFA1 canteen. The first thing that I notice is that this one's squishy. The GI canteen, yeah, not so much. On the filter, there's a little threaded end and kind of a rubber gasket. It says to be really good and sure that you get the rubber gasket inside there so it seats correctly. And then turn it so it's hand tight. The first time you use this, the first time you fill this up with water and run it through the filter, you're not supposed to drink that water. That's just kind of to, I guess, to rinse everything out, get everything primed up. So we're going to fill this canteen up with some water and actually just run it through the filter, but we're not going to drink it. The Reliance Outfitters ALFA1 canteen, up on top of the lid there's kind of like a sports bottle spout where you can drink from or squeeze water out of. So I'm going to go ahead and take this outside, and I'm just going to run this canteen of water through the filter. I'm real curious to see if all the water in here will go through the filter or only up to a certain amount. I'll be right back. I'll let you know how it goes. You see how when you squeeze some water out, there's no way for air to come back in really. And it makes, the more you squeeze out, the harder it gets. So we're just going to open the cap up. Try to get that canteen shape back. There we go. That's a little bit better. I imagine to empty a whole canteen, you might have to do that a couple times. If I don't squeeze, no water comes out. And I've been squeezing the heck out of this thing. And it's about half full still. It's been quite the effort. Half a canteen of water out through this filter. So I think I've got as much squeezed out of there as I can. I did have to open the cap 5 times or so to kind of bring the canteen back to shape. One thing I was curious about was, after I squeezed everything I could out, would there be any water left? Just a very small amount. I thought that since the filter went up like this, maybe, the water down here wouldn't go through it, but it did. So this lid will fit on, yes it will, fit onto your GI issue canteen. But unlike the ALFA1, they said you're not squeezing water out with one of these hard plastic ones. However, if you have the 2-quart canteen, these are collapsible, squishy. And I'm sure it'll fit. If it fit that one, it'll fit this one. Yeah, see, it fits. And the 2-quart one's even more squishy than the canteen it comes with. This might be a better option as far as squeezing the water out. Plus, these 2-quart canteens make a really nice pillow. So how about the Nalgene Oasis canteen? It's kind of squishy. Probably a little more rigid than the ALFA1 canteen. But if you really wanted to, it will fit on there. So you can order just the lid and the filter from Reliance Outfitters, and it will fit on your GI standard issue canteen. It will fit on your Nalgene Oasis. But even with as squishy as this one is, it was a lot of work to get that water out of the canteen, and it'd be dang near impossible to do it with a GI issue. I think your best bet is going to be your GI issue 2-quart collapsible canteen. So I've got just your basic standard canteen cup, and yes, the Reliance ALFA1 is definitely compatible with your standard issue canteen cup. According to the packaging, this 1-quart canteen with a filter built into it, the filter is good for about, plus or minus now, 500 cycles. It depends on what you're running through this. How dirty is the water? Obviously, the more contaminated and dirty the water that you put through this filter, the shorter its life expectancy is going to be. I think really now there's only one thing left to do, and that's to head down to the creek and fetch us some water. While this is a new product from Reliance Outfitters, it's not a new concept. There have been other canteens on the market for a while now that have had a filter that was built in like this one. They look like GI issue canteens. They're compatible with your canteen cups and your pouches and everything that you already have. So not a new concept, not a new idea, but it is a new product. It's a new execution of an already existing idea. I can't remember exactly what I paid. I did use my own money to buy this. This was not sent to me or anything like that. And I haven't really compared prices with those other canteens. Maybe I'll flash something up on the screen here so you can see what I paid for this versus what other similar products might cost. I can definitely see a use for this. If you remember a couple videos back, I went for a little 5-mile ruck, and it was the middle of the day and the sun was beating me down. I went through both my canteens of water right around the halfway mark. And even though there was water all around me, I didn't really want to stop and boil it or purify it or filter it. But something like this, I could just fill the canteen up and filter it as I drink it. So it's a time saver. It keeps you from having to stop in one space and one spot for too long. You can just grab the water and go, head on back down the trail. I like the idea. I also like the idea that it's already going to fit with my canteen cups, my canteen pouches. But more than likely, I'll probably take this filter and this lid and put it on my 2-quart GI canteen. Did you know that Reliance has a Facebook page? That's right. Send me a friend request. We can be pals. And actually, 48 hours from right now, I'm going to be posting on my Facebook page as to whether or not I got sick from drinking this water or not. So we'll see. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of this canteen. Do you have one? Do you have something like it? Let me know in the comments down below. Would you be interested in buying something like this? Do you think this is something that would add to your kit or not? Let me know down below in the comments. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I'll see you all down the trail somewhere. Until then, have a great day.